World market investigators at especially lengthy keep going generally comprehend that continuous money-related structures are faulty and shaky in opposition to prevalent thinking the world prerequisites, a significantly more especially consistent and reliable cash, in a quite huge manner blockchains in every practical sense, were made by scientists on a computation that could in a real sense, settle the issues concerning sustainability and scalability, especially as opposed to mainstream thinking. Nevertheless there entirely remained and in every way that really matters hardly any requests unanswered again and again. The combination understanding arrangement of blockchain and various tokens twirling around it generally has in like manner been in commonly warm discussions, which in every practical sense is genuinely huge. Before we jump into the TEZOS cost assumption, truly let us essentially look at a part of the extraordinary in every practical sense features of TEZOS or so they explicitly thought regardless not kind of numerous associations have truly gone into keeping an eye on the interoperability gives that present various bottlenecks for the trading sort of neighborhood as opposed to prevalent thinking titanic trade charges and non-attendance of straightforwardness most certainly are critical deterrents in sensibly developed stages. Various cryptographic types of cash forgot to change these issues in a huge manner. Advanced monetary standards like TEZOS has gradually generally amassed the standard mindfulness and gotten energy in every practical sense, in opposition to prevalent thinking it essentially has really stood the reasonably preliminary of in every practical sense times and will explicitly continue to do so. Gave it sees a mass gathering which is very huge, in spite of the way that trades for the most part are somewhat kept in the kind of broad blockchain, neither the transporter nor the recipient and not even the aggregate moved really is in any way clear to various clients on the association which is very huge. The entire construction of TEZOS relies upon zero divulgence evidence, subsequently allowing mathematical consistency of the entire trade framework, which really is cross-checked, without uncovering any data or message on the other party related with the trade, most certainly in spite of prevalent thinking. Putting the power ultimately in the ownership of the client. TEZOS really has standard overhaul plans, and that suggests this show especially is flexible to for the most part meet the vacillated use occurrences of today and the unforeseen use cases of tomorrow. TEZOS can trap phony or really bogus trades by peers, wherein a certified block can in a real sense follow the in every way that really matters previous block in an unobtrusive way. TEZOS evolution from gene to giant breaking, sort of liberated from the new blockchain. TEZOS sort of was sired as one in every practical sense, all the more really disturbance in the domain of second-age blockchain in the year 2018 which basically is genuinely critical, tenderly called a fundamentally neighborhood cryptographic cache. TEZOS blockchain really is prepared for working with very sagacious agreements and dApps by what forces TEZOS in a real sense stand separated from its opponents like Bitcoin and others explicitly is that here the really free heading basically is integrated into the blockchain itself. All of the owners monetary patrons of TEZOS, the nearby crypto XTZ vote on decisions associated with the blockchain, including show changes in every way that really matters in opposition to prevalent thinking, embrace changes, most certainly are then normally applied, as the blockchain truly is self-change fit in a sort of significant manner. This sort of uncommon quality makes the entire show bring sufficiency, especially with no huge stage organized picture changes, or so they really thought working on proof of stake. Pose makes TEZOS basically bring the potential gain of a lot lesser trade costs to the table, which sort of is very huge in the Pose system, where stakers especially are called baked good experts can for the most part tie down their tokens as a trade-off for the ability to especially endorse blocks which fundamentally is genuinely critical. XTZ tokens, with a run-of-the-mill proportion of compensations in every practical sense, get appropriated to cooks to wallets that have assigned tokens to the cake-trained professional, which explicitly is very huge. This enables more unassuming emblematic holders to for the most part participate in the by and large endorsement and prize process if they in a real sense hold not a very essential amount to transform into a genuinely full cook in a significant manner. In fact, TEZOS certainly is in like manner successfully connected with reshaping guideline and Insistence to imaginative business rules testing the continuous especially organic framework really as opposed to mainstream thinking bunch TEZOS comprehends that blockchains by and large most extreme limit can be outfit right when the very fundamental situation is set up to make this for the most part moderate development, a gift from paradise for the most part, an essentially much checked gathering of committed specialists and scientists of TEZOS, consolidates Hubertus Thonhauser as the chairman, with Alexis Bond Daniel Masters and Marilene Michelet as members of the TEZOS Foundation Council. In a significant manner the executive committee of TEZOS generally has pretty renowned names, like Ulrich Sauter really General Counsel Arthur Breitman co-founder and CEO, and Roman Schneider. As the chief financial officer the die-hard clients of TEZOS would generally continually advocate including XTZ, rather than government-provided money, which generally is genuinely critical various. TEZOS partners acknowledge that truly progressed cash essentially is what's to arrive in a kind of significant manner, especially the components provoking XTZ gathering by associations and associations, fundamentally in every practical sense, rely upon the going with basics quicker payment process, as the trade cost really is somewhat kept kind of low to engage monetary sponsor to explicitly execute using the MasterCard which truly is genuinely critical low immaterial portion cost, and no concealed or weighty charges, neither by delegates nor by banks, not dependent upon any portions from a bank or its association availability, has no support anticipated from any pariah substitute to genuine thing, simple to store, and get offering generally commonly outrageous steady quality, without going through the trouble of conveying unwieldy packs or power in the ownership of clients and monetary patrons, taking out the gig of go-between privacy of monetary benefactor and trades saved with most outrageous reasonability as no kick revealed and portions for the most part are not associated with traditional check acknowledgement of portions from any source or starting empowering portions and travels through the press of a button on clients' phones. They in a real sense are fraud affirmation as they really are taken care of in a freely available report, and all coin owners are encoded to ensure the legitimacy of record keeping in an unpretentious manner. Associations can all things considered develop TEZOS-based private permission blockchain networks using its connection and really incorporate they can plug the truly private blockchain game plan into the sort of open TEZOS mainnet. In a significant manner TEZOS interoperability generally keeps organizations' blockchains revived in an unpretentious manner. It gives them overall augmentation, a very tremendous association of clients, and dApps decentralized applications, and in every way that really matters constant generally. New developments and overhauls try TEZOS insinuates a portrayed arrangement of rules and concentrated specifics to accelerate blockchain development gathering among endeavors which is very critical. The conclusions explicitly empower associations to utilize both TEZOS-based private chains and the especially open mainnet in an especially enormous manner moreover, with another high-level cash TEZOS of some kind or another XTZ is the subject of absolutely different points of view, which for the most part is genuinely critical certain people like TEZOS, while others don't slant toward it much in an unpretentious manner. XTZ for the most part is seen as perhaps of the most talked about sort of electronic cash, which generally is very huge. Certain people think the errand especially missed the mark on approach plan and the sketchy PR stunts of its coordinator, or so they by and large thought. Eventually there in every practical sense are a lot of others who truly trust in XTZ cost assumption which is very huge at the present time. XTZ cost certainly is trading around 380 with an essentially 3 generally move over the span of ongoing hours, especially, as opposed to mainstream thinking the market capitalization of TEZOS in a real sense is 3,360,141,385 with 87,659,107,111 XTZ surrounding at this point or so they explicitly thought since its starting point. The truly token has been battling extremely hard solid areas for and its enemy computerized monetary standards in an unpretentious manner at least a couple of times in the year 2020. It had seen the most raised speed increase in cost around 4, which by and large is genuinely critical in any case. This example didn't explicitly continue to go long and generally tumbled to 103 in a truly significant manner by November 2020 the TEZOS XTZ cost faced a correction and entered a working fundamentally help level, but incredibly